Hey guys, this is Jimmy from Primer Is Best, and I'm in this 1966 Chevy C10 truck. I want to back it out and maybe play with it for just a few minutes. It's almost too hot. Well, it is. It's too hot to be playing. But I really like playing with C10 trucks. Haven't started this in a few days, so let's see how quick it starts. Got to get the fuel up there, don't I? It's got an electric fuel pump. I know it sounds like I'm in a cave, but I sound funny because I'm in this truck. So, let's see how quick. Man, this thing hits pretty quick. Just show it the key and it pretty much starts up. That's one of my favorite sayings. Let it warm up for just a minute. It is about 95, I think, here in East Tennessee, and it's going to get even hotter. I think in the next 2 days it's going to be up like 97. But you know, guys, I'd rather have warm weather as I would cold. I can't do too much in the cold. I do everything out in the driveway. Okay, I want to pause it here and back it up just to make sure I don't hit something. I'll see y'all in just a bit. Hang in there, all right? Okay, guys, if you've known me or watched my channel for a while, you know I like picking on them. Just picking on a Chevy or GMC truck, C10, just every opportunity I get. My wife has went with one of her friends to, well, she told me, but some kind of a function. Anyway, that her friends invited my wife to go, so she went, and she said, "What are you going to do, Jimmy?" And I said, "Well," I said, "I might put these decals on for the letters." My wife ordered them. Had a subscriber that told me, you know, just order some decals. Well, believe it or not, my wife that same day, just right before I got the comment, ordered some decals, and she got them off eBay. And I think the price is, I want to say, oh no, I'm sorry, that's 64 through 66. That's what that says. I can't hardly read it myself, and I don't have my glasses on. But anyway, as you can see, they got decals and stuff for just about everything, I guess. Once you get one of those machines that can do the decals, you can sell them. I think she give, I want to say, I'll say $20 or less, she told me. But once again, some things she says goes in one ear and right out the other. You know how it is. But anyway, I told her, I said I might put these decals on, but she said, "Won't you let me do that?" She said, "I was kind of looking forward to doing that." And I think she would have done it this afternoon had her friends not invited her to go to a function of some kind. I'm not sure what it is. But anyway, it's people she used to work with, and she hadn't seen them in a while. So I said, "Well, you just take off." And she said, "Well, be careful putting the letters on." And I thought to myself, Jimmy, I'll just let her put the letters on. She's got a lot more patience than I do. And, you know, with you know, things such as this, I would probably mess it up. Not, I mean, I could try it, but if I mess it up, you know, if I mess up one letter, she told me, she said, "Jimmy, get some alcohol, make sure everything's cleaned off real good," and all that. And, you know, I thought, you know what, I'll just let her do it, because she was looking forward to it anyway. And I'm just lucky to have a wife that wants to fool around with an old Chevy or GMC truck. It's kind of like I married myself. if that makes any sense. I mean, she's just a blast to be around. But so in the meantime, I'm going to let her do this. Hang on, let me set it down there. I've already lost my keys to that 66 twice just trying to make the video here. I can't remember nothing. Anyway, I thought just for giggles, do my best anyway. Oh, I'm going to try to fix this best I can. You know, I don't know if I can or not. It's a visor, and just so you will remember, if you're an older person like me, you know this, but just if you're a younger person or never had one like this before. This is this truck, to have a passenger side visor was an option. It was an option. I've had a bunch of 57s and stuff like that, Chevy trucks and GMCs, and if you got a visor on the passenger side, it was an option. There was a lot of things that you would consider, standard. It was not standard. If you wanted, if you was using it for, you had working it on the farm and you had your grandkids or son or daughter with you, or your field hand, whatever, to get one of these, the right one, it was an option. You had to pay extra for it. And anyway, I got this one. This is the original one, like what would come on this truck. It's not original to this truck. This truck was the cheapo model, and it didn't come with, I know I've said this before, but it didn't come with all this. This. It didn't come with all these stuff like that. It was just a plain, I call it plain Jane truck. And it didn't have it wouldn't have come with bumper guards or probably chrome grill or nothing. It would have been a painted grill. And that's what this truck was. I mean, this truck, I'll take that back. This truck, when I bought it, let me start again, so you'll kind of figure out what I'm talking about. I'm trying to figure it out in my head. This truck is a pieced together truck, so a lot of the parts on this truck are from different trucks. But what I was going to say is, when I got this truck, when I bought it, it had the chrome bumper and what I call chrome grill and the chrome back bumper. It had that, but that's all it had. Remember, the guy that originally started working on this truck to build this truck, he was gathering up parts and he put the nicest parts he could find in this area in East Tennessee. He was trying to find the nicest parts he could find to build this truck. Well, and like I said before, I think he started on it, just guessing, in the late 80s or maybe early 90s. Before you could start calling up a LMC or some of those other big name parts supply stores, outfits, whatever. So that's what this truck is. It's just no pieced together truck. But my point is, a lot of things that you might take for granted are actually options. So we put all this stuff on here. I was trying to make it, I don't know, I was trying to dress it up a little and put my take on what it should look like. And this is my first time to ever have one this model. So my buddy GM 1038, when they was putting the motor and stuff like that in, I was telling you, I got this at K&K Salvage in Madisonville, Tennessee. It's in East Tennessee, Madisonville, Tennessee, K&K. I do videos over there every time I go. Kip and Kenneth are really nice folks. Anyway, I asked Kip. He loves these trucks, these model trucks. Every time I go over there, he's got one that he's fixing up for sale. That's just what he does. I mean, he does square bodies and stuff too, and he has a couple of Ford trucks, but he just fixes them up to sell. And I always advertise for him just because we're friends. I'll do a video. Anyway, he sold me this, and I know it's ugly. I know it is. But the one on here was ugly too, the original one. So I'm going to, I know you can buy new. Somebody's going to say, well, Jimmy, why don't you just buy new? Well, I don't know. I just like stuff like this. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe one of these days I will. I don't know. But anyway, my point is, I'm going to try to fix this right here best I can. I don't know if I can, but I got some glue and I got some clothespins, and I'm just going to kind of glue it on there, and hopefully it will stick and look better than this. So that's what I if I can, anytime I can, If I can get something at a junkyard and make it look decent, just make it look decent. Doesn't have to be perfect. And you know, I'd rather have a used part that tells a story, right? You know, I just wanted it to look like somebody had clicked the option for a sun visor for the passenger side. So, oh, by the way, I've ordered this piece here, and you're probably saying, well, Jimmy, what goes there? Well, it's a Chevrolet script, you know, emblem, Chevrolet. It spells Chevrolet, and it's supposed to be here in a few days, and I'm going to put it on here. You know, that was an option too, I guess, for the higher end trucks. You know, it would say Chevrolet all the way across the here, and I'm going to get it and stick it on here, and you know, we're just making it look the best I can, somewhat period correct, and you know, I'm just trying to jazz it up just a little bit. My wife and I really like this old truck, and you know, I'm just proud of all the things that we have accomplished on it. It's actually turned out better than I ever imagined. And one more time, I want to give a big shout out to my friends, Tim Dixon at Gas Axe Chop Shop. Tim's on Facebook. If you'll type in Gas Axe Chop Shop, Tim Dixon's on there. Axe is spelled AXE, and you can see some of the amazing welding abilities he has. I've got videos on him working on this truck, and they worked on it for a long time, him and Waylon both. Waylon works over there. They both have full-time jobs. They just do this kind of stuff in the evenings for a few hours. So they worked on this a pretty good while. And you know, I can weld, but I don't have the equipment, I don't have the facilities to do stuff like what Tim does. And Tim's been fixing my trucks for years. I mean, I could do all this stuff, but it'd take me 4 years, and it wouldn't look near as good as what Tim Dixon does. And you know, when you get to my age, I'm 67. When you get to my age, I mean, you know, like I said, it'd take me 4 years probably if I had the welding equipment and all that and sit out here all day doing it. But you know, I just soon get it done and get it over here. You know, Tim done all this, you know, fixed this rocker, and I mean, dang, you can't tell it. I mean, he didn't cut out the whole rocker, he just fixed part of it. And just done an amazing job, him and Waylon, and I'm so proud to call them my friends, and want to give my buddy GM1038 a shout out, and him and his dad Charlie that put the motor and transmission in, lowered the truck. Of course, I bought these wheels and tires from Ronnie Tyler. I'm sorry, I got K&K Salvage on my mind. Ronnie Tyler in Madisonville, Tennessee. Both those folks, K&K and Ronnie Tyler, in Madisonville, Tennessee. So my wife and I will drive up there and visit with them occasionally, sometimes just to stop and say hello and get, you know, maybe get something to eat in that town. But anyway, oh yeah, and Brian and his dad put these bumper guards on. They're off of like I said, not a million. A lot of times I think these bumper guards are off of 55 Chevy, because I could not find the bumper guards, the original ones that goes on here, and these are real close to the original. And like I said, I actually like these better. The original ones are kind of a little bit wider here at the top, and I like this narrow better. It makes it look more sleek. Whew. Okay, I've talked enough. Let me see if I can fix this up here, and I'll show you what I got here in just a minute. Hang in there, guys. Oh yeah, look at this. Of course, the sun's catching up to me. This was shady just a minute ago, but I put, you know, a rattle can painted the truck and put my own patina on it, and then we put Penetrol on it. Man, it shines like a new penny, doesn't it? It looks really good. Let me get busy, guys, before the sun gets right up in the cab with me. Hang in there, okay? Appreciate it. Okay, I'll show you what I got done fixing that. I hope I have it fixed here in just a minute. I was going to tell you, my wife and I today, Mrs PIB, we went yard selling today, and she might not be wanting me to tell you all this, but she's not here, so I can say whatever I want, can I? Because I'm a real man. But no, I'm just kidding around, guys. We went yard selling and we got this luggage. And it's used, but my wife said, boy, it smells brand new. And anyway, it is a Samsonite luggage. And you know, it's pretty nice. Got the handle with the wheels and all that. And I was going to post this on my second YouTube channel, Man on a Budget. My wife and I have been doing yard sales, flea markets, and a thrift store adventures is what we're calling them, because you never know what you're going to find. Sometimes I have actually found Chevy C10 truck parts before, yard selling and stuff, you know. Very rare, but sometimes it does happen. Anyway, we was going to post it on that channel, Man on a Budget, my second YouTube channel, but I don't think they wanted us to video. So here, I'm just going to show you what we got. We got this right here, and it comes with well, these two bags here and another bag. My wife can tell you everything. And a place to put stuff there, a little net thing, and a thing right here. I don't know. Sometimes we watch videos of people going on cruises. I never have been nowhere really my whole life. I mean, I've been to, let's see, I was born in Chicago, but that's just because my parents just moved up there. They got married in 55, and I was born in 57. And there would, like I said, like I was thinking about naming that 66 cotton picker, thinking about it, you know, I'm still doing the name thing. And we're going to come up with one. I've got a list of names, and my wife said this morning, she said, we're going to have to cut it off of where the names are at, because we got a big page full. And I'm going to read them off to you here in the video coming up. Getting back to this, my folks were all cotton farmers. Cotton pickers, I guess you could say. You know, they grew up in Alabama. My mom and dad, both their parents lived in Alabama, same community, farm community. So they knew one another. And to make a long story short, at that time in 1954, 55, everybody was moving to places like Chicago to do factory work, because picking cotton and all that stuff all day, and, you know, doing chores at night and this, that, and the other, you know, working with a mule. They did not have a tractor. They were poor. Poor as dirt. I'm telling you. They had no money, but they had a truck that come by now and again on the old country road that they lived on, and they would trade produce that my grandparents grew, you know, green beans, corn, you know, tomatoes, whatever they had at the time. You know, they had grapevines and stuff, and they would trade produce for things like sugar and, you know, flour and stuff like that. All they had was a mule and a cow, and they had one pig. I remember the pig. And, I mean, that was it. Poor as dirt, and, you know, but, you know, I mean, they were happy, don't get me wrong. But my point is, they moved to Chicago because there was no work to be had. I mean, everybody's poor as dirt, and, you know, couldn't pay nobody to help you. So anyway, that's how I wound up being born in Chicago. Then, when I was 11, my folks moved here to East Tennessee. Now, I've got folks in East Tennessee, in Tennessee, around Chattanooga area, I think, and, of course, Alabama and Georgia, you know, those three states, Tennessee, Alabama, and Georgia. And, of course, I'm the last one left. My younger brother and sister passed away several years ago, and they were a lot younger than me. And, of course, my mom, my dad, my grandparents, they all passed away. Anyway, I've lived here in East Tennessee ever since I was 11 years old, and I'm 67 now, so I'm going to say all my life, practically. And anyway, I don't know how I got started on that. Anyway, we watch cruise ship videos sometimes, just to see what it would be like to go on a cruise. And a lot of reason we do that is a lot of our friends go on cruises, and you know, they say, why don't y'all do that? You know, of course, you know, I'd kind of rather play with a C10, but whatever, you know, I realize my wife likes to do things sometimes. But anyway, getting back to this, we got this Samsonite. I get sidetracked easy, guys. Samsonite luggage, real nice shape. The guy was really nice, and when you're buying stuff like this, you know, I kind of looking at him, he looked really clean. I mean, the house and everything was clean. But my wife's wanting to air it out anyway. So, and when she comes back, she's going to spray it all down. Stuff I never would think of. But here's the second one. It's a matching one to this. This is the bigger one. If you can't tell in the video, I'll try to. Anyway, that's the bigger one. And anyway, we got these two, and then this one, which is, you know, it's not a Samsonite. It's something else. But anyway, it's got two wheels on the bottom down here. Anyway, we got all this. See, it was $53. $53 for all three of these. And my wife was kind of against getting it. And I said, you know, I said, this is a matching set, you know, Samsonite. That guy must have been the guy we got it from must have been a really important feller. And, you know, he used Samsonite. And he was telling us about places he's been, you know, Bahamas and all. And anyway, my point is, they were really nice, really good folks, and I enjoyed talking to them. And they were giving us advice on things to do. But anyway, I don't know if he was tired of traveling or just got something bigger, suitcases or what. But this is what we got. Well, it took me a long time to get all that out, didn't I? Anyway, we're letting it air out. There's nothing wrong with it. It smells great. My wife, but you just have to know my wife. She's really, really a clean person. Well, I am too. I mean, I always look like I fell out of a tater truck, but in all reality, I'm really, really clean. Anyway. So anyway, here's what I got done on the visors. Oh, got some glue and some clothespins, and put that all together. I'm gonna let it dry. It might be dry already. I use that, you know, like super glue stuff. You know, it dries pretty quick. But I'm gonna let it sit like this for a while, and well, overnight. I'm not gonna do anything. I just let it sit and make sure it's good and dry. I hope I got all the places that needed to be glued. One of these days I might get some new visors if I still have this truck. I don't know. We'll just see what happens. And you know, I'm just kind of waiting for this piece here now. But here's another thing that was an option, by the way. Armrests. These trucks did not come with armrests, and I looked these up. I had to order these. Might have been LMC or something. I'm not sure. Truck parts, whatever. But I got the cheapest ones they had. I mean, they had some that had the fancy chrome and stuff like this, you know, make it real fancy. But I just got these cheap ones, and I think they were $50 or $60 for both sides. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Just little things that you would think, well, yeah, it's going to come with armrest. It's going to come with the visor, but no, they did not. I mean, most of these trucks like this one right here, I'm sure, was used for work. And you know, like a left turn Bill back there in the backyard, the 84. I mean, it's a farm truck. It's whole life. And I've always liked farm truck tags. I got this new door rubber, and I have to slam it a little bit harder. There we go. Anyway, so I got this joint tag, if you'll remember, and it was a 68. I've turned it into a 66. I might get me a better one. It says joint, and once again, that means that it worked on a farm, you know, and maybe delivered produce or something to a facility. It maybe does something with the tomatoes, I'm saying, or watermelons, whatever. And I stuck it on here. I've always, every time I get a chance, I always get a farm truck tag and put it on my trucks that I've had in the past. It just so happens I don't have one for a 66. So anyway, just wanted y'all to look again at the old truck. It sure has come a long way, hasn't it? And man, I tell you what, that penetrol, see, I scuffed all this up. It just looks great. Where your arm would be resting. Remember where your gas handle would be sitting there. I just put my own patina style on it. I mean, all this is real. You know, I just scuffed it down with sandpaper, and I just think the truck, I just think the truck turned out great. Patina style truck, and I'm just real proud to have it. And you know, with the help of my friends and all that, you know, we just kind of made it happen. And anyway, I just thought I'd show you what I'm doing real quick. I'm just kind of rambling on, I guess, at this point, and I don't mean to bore y'all or anything, but do me another favor, would you please? Now, me and him kind of cut up with one another. He's a big jokester. You know, he'll tell jokes and stuff, and he'll call you out on his channel, and the channel name is Built on a Budget. I really enjoy watching his videos, and he'll call out his friends, and he said in one of the videos here a while back, and my wife and I was laughing, he said, you know, he said, I just call people out. You know, there's no hatred, there's no malice, anything like that involved. He just calls you out, just, you know, I'm calling out so-and-so, one of his friends or something, but that's just cause they're friends. They just joke around. You know, we just like having fun, you know, without hurting anybody or hurting anybody's feelings. Just have a little fun, guys. It's all in good fun. When I go over at GM Tim's or Tim Dixon's or something, you know, you better be ready, because they're going to be dishing it out while you're over there. For sure. And if you mess up and say something or do something stupid, oh my goodness, they're going to call you out. That's just like that incident at the grocery store here a while back when my wife, Mrs PIB and I were going, and we were getting prunes. I mean, I'm kind of on a health food kick a little bit. I'm not a fanatic, but just a little bit. And so, I mean, I don't eat cake or candy. I mean, I used to love to eat cakes and pecan pies, stuff like that. You know, whenever somebody had one, well, you know, I could make a meal out of it. I got a sweet tooth, is what I'm trying to say. And anyway, I've been eating oranges, apples, you know, and peaches, you know, stuff like that, and just, you know, health food stuff. You know, I don't think I'm supposed to be eating bananas, so I quit buying them. Somebody said they're real sweet. I'm trying to watch my weight. I went from 200 pounds. This morning I weighed 177, and the other day I weighed 173. So I'm kind of gradually, you know, going downward. Anyway, my wife and I were getting prunes. You know, when we go to the store, we kind of get a bunch of stuff so we don't have to go back, drive back over there. And so the grocery bill came to like, I don't know, $80 or $100. I don't know what all we got, but I mean, it's just 2 bags. And so I told my wife, I said, how much, you know, I was bagging the groceries, and my wife was, you know, paying the bill with the cash register lady, the cashier. And I said, well, how much was the groceries, Mrs. PIB? And she said, it's $100 or $80, something ridiculous. I mean, I just had 2 bags. And I said, well, how much is that? I mean, I said, why is that so much? And she said with top of her voice, because you had to have prunes. And by golly, everybody in the store, I mean, several lanes over is a big grocery store, they all looked at me, and I felt about that big. And the cashier lady just doubled over laughing, you know, and asking, you know, we kind of know each other in that grocery store. Whenever we go to the store, we go there. And anyway, they asking me if I was regular and all, all that. So my wife, on top of that now, just to tell you what kind of prankster she is, she told GM 1038, you know, Brian and his dad Charlie. Of course, she told Tim Dixon. And if you watch some of the videos, Tim's saying little funny things about prunes, you know, am I regular? And he said he's going to get me a bumper sticker made that says, let's start a movement, eat more prunes. And I just doubled over laughing on that. He says that in a video. If you watch my older videos, you know, a week or 2 or 3 weeks ago, whatever, something like that. My point is, built on a budget's like that too. I mean, he's just funny guy, and I believe down to earth, good-hearted guy too. And he does all his stuff himself. I got the advantage a little bit of having Tim Dixon and Brian, but he does everything himself. I mean, he LS is one, and he's got that truck Armstrong that I really like. It's a 65. It's just like this 65. He's cut it down from a long bed to a short bed, and man, that's a nice truck. I really like it. If you get a chance, please subscribe to his channel. Built on a budget. Built on a budget. I don't know. I've never met him in person, him or his wife, Mrs. Built on a Budget, but they're my kind of people. I can tell you right now, they're my kind of people. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. My name's Jimmy, and you're watching Primer at his best, and I sure would appreciate it if you check out my friend's GM 1038 on YouTube. Subscribe to him. Tell him you heard about him from me, Jimmy, Primer at his best. And check out my buddy Tim Dixon on Facebook, Gas X Chop Shop, and Built on a Budget. Built on a Budget. And he gets me sometimes on them videos too. Watch his videos. At the end of the video, his last word he'll say is peace. And he gets me sometimes because whenever I know he's going to say it, I'll say it. Well, sometimes he won't say it, and he said, I got you, Mr. PIB. Got you. And it's just like he's sitting there with me, because my wife laughs at me. Oh my goodness, I say peace. But anyway, I'm sorry, I ramble on, but I'm just talking about my friends. Y'all are my friends too. Please like and subscribe to Primer at his best on YouTube. I'm also on Facebook, Primer at his best, Instagram, Primer at his best. Got a second YouTube channel called Man on a Budget, and I'm on Instagram, Man on a Budget 1. If you think you might like going with us on yard sales, when you know, I don't want to get in anybody's private life, but if it's okay, I'll make a video of what my wife and I buy at a thrift store, flea market, or yard sale, and I'll tell you how much we spent. So that was $53, and in my opinion, well spent, because that's name brand luggage, Samsonite. I've never had Samsonite before. I've always had suitcases that wasn't worth a hoot, really. You know, nothing matched, and you hope the latch would stay latched. Oh boy. Anyway, hey, y'all have a blessed day. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe to my channel and my friends' channels, and tell them you heard about it from Jimmy. Primer at his best. Y'all have a blessed day today. The Lord is good. The Lord is great. I am so glad to be alive. Every morning I wake up and I thank the Lord for letting me be alive and wake up next to my wife. And first thing we do, guys, is make up the bed, and we get on our knees and pray to the Lord and thank the Lord for all the many blessings from the previous day, and for a good night's rest, and for letting us wake up to a new day that He has made. If you can, say a kind word to somebody. Watch what you say to other folks. Your tongue can be your worst enemy. I say that a lot. It sure can. It could make or break somebody's day, or hurt their feelings, or you can build them up and make them feel good. That's what we're supposed to do. Help somebody. Help somebody, guys. God bless y'all. Catch you in the next one, guys. I'll see y'all later.